Hello everyone and welcome back to Video Games, a new show that I'm trying out where I discuss new things that I'm learning as I'm on my journey to kind of learn more and discover about games and their design. If you guys have been watching recently on my channel, I've published a few videos where I'm playing a game called Volleyball Unbound. And as I've been kind of playing through and studying the design of this game, it's made me realize that the indie scene is a tough one for people to publish sports games and be successful. Sports games are one of my favorite genres of games, and it seems that most of the sports games scene is dominated by the big companies. You got NBA 2K, MLB The Show, EA's NHL, you got the Madden series, pretty much dominating the sports game scene. Some other companies have been able to kind of break into the sports genre, but coming at it from a different angle, like the franchise hockey manager or the Pro Evolution soccer games, kind of taking a roundabout way to trying to crack their way into the sports scene. But what I really don't see a ton of is indie studios or even AAA studios, anybody really tackling the pure action sports game. That's in part why I'm so impressed with what I've seen from Volleyball Unbound. I contacted the developer and it's just a single guy who made all this, and I'm so impressed. Now, it's easy for me to recognize the nuances in this game because of my history with volleyball and beach volleyball. I consider myself an expert in these two sports, and so I can really appreciate the nuances in this game. What's disappointing though is that the volleyball community has no idea about this game. This is an incredible beach volleyball game, very well done, but nobody knows about it because it's locked in obscurity, buried deep within the Steam lists. It's kind of disappointing to me that there's not a larger appreciation for indie sports titles in the kind of Steam gaming community, so smaller dev teams can create games like this and get them out there to an audience and be successful. Sports game fans are often used to the AAA garbage that's being produced every single year, not really iterating on gameplay, not giving people anything new, just changing things up here and there, because everybody wants to play with the stars. But it's games like Volleyball Unbound that show the potential for quality gameplay and creativity in the sports game scene that we're just not seeing. Or at least I'm not seeing it, and it's not being super apparent to me. This game I just happened to find for no reason when searching for volleyball games, but if somebody's looking out there looking for it, this one's pretty hard to find. If you think back to a couple generations of consoles ago, there was a little bit of a wider range of sports games being published. You had the NHL Hitz series of games and Blitz coming at things from kind of an arcade perspective to give it like an over-the-top feel, which was a ton of fun, a new spin. Doesn't need to be too realistic to have a lot of fun playing one of your favorite sports. Or the NBA, FIFA, and NFL street games where they kind of came at it from like a cartoony kind of fun in-your-face perspective, doing all sorts of cool tricks, sweet dunks, wowing gameplay to get higher scores, which added a new twist into the sports game, which was also a ton of fun. In recent years, though, we just haven't seen a ton of creativity in the sports games genre, unfortunately. And it's too bad because Volleyball Unbound is a gem. If you're a volleyball fan, or even not, this one does beach volleyball almost perfectly. The gameplay is smooth. It's crisp, it's intuitive. Yeah, it takes a little bit to get going, there's a learning curve, but once you get it, you find yourself improving, getting better, and learning. When you make mistakes, it's your fault. It's not the computer just getting lucky. The developer actually integrated the intricacies of the sports, bumping, setting, attacking, where you're going to serve, the different types, and why you would use each types of these things, why you would use a roll shot, why you would use a hard attack, why you would spin serve, why you would short suit, why you would do all these things. They've implemented that into the AI, so when you attack games with this strategy, it actually works the way you want it to. In addition to the gameplay being incredibly accurate to the sport of beach volleyball, Volleyball Unbound also structures their career mode in the same way that the International Beach Volleyball Tour works. You play in a national tour, there's kind of a continental tour, and varying levels of those tournaments. Then you work your way into the international tour, or the FIVB tournaments, where you've got regular tournaments, grand slams, you've got the world championships, and I'm not sure I haven't made it there yet, but if there's the Olympics at the end of your 4 years of career mode, that would be the cherry on top of a perfectly accurate career mode. The way they've structured the camera when you're attacking, your player goes up to attack and they're looking at the ball, and you have to use your peripheral vision to see where the block is. Otherwise, you'll get slammed. And if you check out some of my videos, you see I get slammed hard every now and then. I got it, Joe! Love starting the game with a dig. Hate starting the game getting slammed. National Tour tournaments are easy to win with teams not being that great, but when you work your way up to the World Championship or Grand Slam tournaments, the AI is good, their skills are high, and it's actually competitive, intense games. Volleyball Unbound is a little bit special for me because beach volleyball is such a huge part of my life, and so are video games. So when I see the two come together, it means a ton for me. But I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who would have tons of interest in indie titles of other sports with this level of accuracy and attention to detail. I'm sure you can think of plenty of other sports that could use a really intricate and well-designed game that actually studies the mechanics of the real sport and implements them smartly into gameplay. I would love to see an indoor volleyball game with this attention to detail and the intricacies of the actual gameplay. Or what about maybe a table tennis game where you put the right spin, you're actually playing strategically against your opponent? That would be awesome. If you guys have any other sports that you'd love to see a game made for, put them in the comments below. I want to hear it. Are there any fans of other sports out there? What kind of games would you guys like to see? And if you're a beach volleyball fan and you have a Steam account or a half-decent computer, please go out and play this game. Support the development of stuff like this because this is an awesome game. Yeah, it's only single player right now, but hopefully with more support for stuff like this that's made and designed really well, we can see more of this stuff come out from the indie community. Well, that's about all I've got to say about Volleyball Unbound. I got to thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully these video games episodes are decent to watch and look through, and hopefully you guys can enjoy following me on my journey as I kind of study and learn about games and their design. But thanks again so much for watching. If you liked the video, maybe leave a like or hit that subscribe button. I would really appreciate it. But thank you again, and we hope to see you next time on video games,